The Medal of Honor is the ultimate form of recognition for courage on the battlefield.
Anybody who receives it is immediately hailed as a hero like none other. It has to be witnessed, and people have to write reports about why this person deserves it.
They have earned it, and they have earned it the hard way.
The stories of 8 recipients of our nation's highest military honor will be featured in the new docudrama series Medal of Honor on Netflix. And joining me right now is host and Medal of Honor recipient Ty Carter. Hey, Ty.
Hello, Jeff.
Ty, thanks so much for speaking with me today. And I have to ask, how did you spend Veterans Day? Because here in Las Vegas, we have the second largest Veterans Day parade in the country.
I spent Veterans Day just hanging out at home. I got an associate's degree in firearms technology, so I was working on some new builds of rifles.
3,600 recipients of the Medal of Honor since 1861, a recognition created by President Lincoln, which I found fascinating. And with these 8 stories in this new series, was there one particular story that stood out for you?
Most of in the series, most of them are from past recipients from different wars that didn't make it. And you see the interviews with the family members, you see the ceremonies, and it pulls on your heartstrings. I know what I did, and I assisted with the filming of my story and also Clint Romeshay's story, but every single recipient has a story like this, and unfortunately there was only the opportunity for 8 episodes, so there's 8 individuals where their story was told, and like I said, every single one of them is just incredible. So I can't really just choose a specific one.
So Ty, I always thought what happened in combat stayed on the battlefield, or at least with just the platoon, and really was a personal matter. But for you and your story, telling your story was great therapy for you.
It is. Part of the problem with post-traumatic stress, or individuals that suffer from post-traumatic stress, is that they try to hold it in. And the longer they hold it in, the longer the anxiety, the nightmares, and the things it builds up. By talking about it, by watching things like this, or by sharing it with peers that have experienced the same kind of trauma, it kind of releases it. It pulls the elephant off the chest. So hopefully this new series will let individuals that are suffering from PTS, or just entertain the world. I mean, these are normal people. They were put in extraordinary circumstances, and they performed above and beyond the call of duty.
Now, Hollywood has always featured heroes in the military, from Sergeant York with Gary Cooper to Mel Gibson's Hacksaw Ridge. But for this series, there's definitely a sense of humanity that's very present.
There is. It's not just the individual. It's the members of the unit. It's the families back at home. It's how they were raised. It's interviews with military officials, with historians, with sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, sometimes parents, and you kind of get the sense of pride they feel towards the recipient, but you also feel the pain because some of these guys, some of the stories, they didn't make it back home.
And Ty, you're in really good hands with this series with director Robert Zemeckis, Forrest Gump, Back to the Future, Castaway, and documentary filmmaker James Mall. Tell me about working with them.
Oh, it was fun. I mean, this is the first time I've ever been on a set, and I got to watch it, and I got to participate. I got asked to not participate so much because the actors would come to me and they says, "Well, what did you do? What did you feel here?" And because the director understands what looks good on camera, he's like, "Please, avoid talking to them directly because we need to make the story seen. We need the emotion that you felt seen, but the way you said it is not going to work on camera." So I kind of had to take a step back, so I went directly through the directors, and then I says, okay, well, how can we make this seem like this? And they says, all right, I got it. I'm on it. We're going to make this as factual and as entertaining as possible.
He was the only one left alive on the front lines.
He makes a choice to defend that line by himself.
He kind of saved all our butts.
He was a good guy. He was a bravest man I ever. I remember his last words.
Here you go. I'll cover you.
It's an extended family. We do meet depending on our work schedules, there are 2 major events per year, and there's a couple secondary events where recipients actually come together and we talk to schools or we go to galas or balls to help raise awareness and money for nonprofit organizations. And yeah, it's usually a great time. It's a lot of work, but we tell stories, we tell jokes, we have our families there and just kind of hang out.
I could understand how someone could have that kind of will. I don't understand how he physically managed to do it.
They did an amazing thing. They made a sacrifice that is hard to fathom.
It was a blur. In fact, I don't even remember a whole lot of it, but what I do remember is that a lot of my family members that I invited out, they were at the ceremony and then at the White House and at the Pentagon. They said it was the best, most fun vacation they've ever had, and I was just happy that I could share that situation with them.
Well, being a film critic, Ty, I always ask actors where they keep their Oscar. So if it's not too disrespectful, where do you keep your Medal of Honor?
I actually, I keep it in a little wooden box, and it sits on my, or inside or on top of my nightstand in my house.
Well, Ty, congratulations on the new series, and I always support our veterans, and specifically, thank you for your service and your incredible heroism.
You're very welcome, and just so everybody knows, it is available right now, the series.
All right, Medal of Honor is now streaming on Netflix, and for more reviews and interviews, you can surf on over to my website at vegasfilmcritic.com. I'm Jeffrey Goward in Las Vegas. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.